All right. Hey everybody. I've been gone a while, but I decided to share another one of these videos about all right, so if you've seen some of my videos, I have a local store, a comic book store I can go to where for $100 I can fill one of these short boxes up. I've already taken some of the comics out, but then I realized, hey, I could make a video. So keep in mind, there was this much space in it before I emptied some of it. So I just wanted to let you see this for a couple of reasons. One, you can possibly be entertained to see what it is I found for $100. And if you decide I made out well, then please let me know in the comments. Or if you think I was a fool and didn't get anything worth $100, let me know that too. Also, I'm raising awareness about my Whatnot channel, which I will have a link to in my description. So please follow that, where eventually a lot of these books will find their way into my shows. So, and if there are certain characters or titles you're interested in, let me know and I can look for them as making them prizes. All right, so I got this X-Men 60 from 1997 featuring Cyclops and Storm. I went for this just because I thought it was a beautiful cover. I actually already have this in my own collection. This is purely to put in my Whatnot shows. I also found this X-Men 62 from 97. I don't know, just on impulse, I had to fill up the box. And Storm Wolverine, even with the bone claws, it's pretty cool. I found this, which I was surprised by. It's X-Men Legends 1, which came out, I believe, in 2021. They're actually stories. The X-Men Legends are stories that could have happened, in this case, back in like 1991 when Havoc led X-Factor, and the X-Men were basically wearing their cartoon costumes. And like Shadowcat was still with Excalibur. My understanding is these were stories maybe that actually were almost going to get happen, and then things changed and they never got around to them, or at the very least they fit them in so that they technically happened. But I've read a few of them; they're pretty cool. I found a bunch of X-Men Blue, and since Havoc's in a lot of them, I figured I'd catch up on my reading. This is issue 36, a variant cover featuring the original X-Men in their costumes. X-Men Grand Design Second Genesis #1. I don't know what this is about, and is kind of why I bought it. I'm curious why everybody's wearing old school X-Men outfits. I'll eventually read that one. Oh, Daredevil 57. Now I have to see if this is during the Bendis run, which is when I liked Bendis's writing a lot. I think he got used too much, but back in the Daredevil days, oh, he was solid. I've tried to read later stuff, and it just seems like people are talking with nothing to say. But he's a much better writer than I'll ever be. Deathstroke 1 from the new 52 era. Dude, I like Deathstroke. If no one else does, then this is for me. Oh, this was fun. So I couldn't find part 2, but this is part 1 of 2 of X-Men God Loves, Man Kills. Now, I have the original print of this, but it's like an oversized book and it isn't going to fit in like your comic book box like normal comics. So this is a reprinting of that, which this is kind of what inspired X-Men 2, the movie, where there's like the Stryker character. I read it a long time ago, but I don't really remember how it went down. But I do remember when X-Men 2, with Hugh Jackman came out, it said this storyline heavily influenced it. All right, Deathstroke 4. I found a lot of Deathstroke and Aquaman, I should tell you, during the Rebirth era. Deathstroke #3, and this Ravager is one of my favorite characters. So with her mask being on there, I want to know what's going on. #2 from Deathstroke. I gotta put these in order. Oh snap! All right, #1. All right, I'm telling you, man, this is like compared to if I bought these when these were new and they were like $3. All right, #1. It's a variant cover. That's cool. One for me and one for the show. #9. #10. #11. And if you like these kind of videos, please like and subscribe. #13. #15. #16. #18. #19. And it looks like the Lazarus Contract. I think I've read this digitally. All right, let's see here. #20. In fact, I know I read the first 6 of this series digitally. Number 20, a different version of it. 21. 22. Is he messing with Dr. Light? This is number 12, but it's from like the early 90s run. And I don't know, it just looked cool when it was in the area, so I grabbed it. Oh, these are cool. All right, so if you don't know, these are Green Arrow from the early 2000s. This is number 2. It's during the Kevin Smith run. You know, Kevin Smith from Clerks, Chasing Amy, Comic Book Man, all that jazz. He wrote it. I actually already have his run in my personal collection, but I saw this and I was like, dude, that's something I got to spread the word about if people don't know. But the storyline's called Quiver, which is really cool because before this, Green Arrow had been killed off, and then they brought him back, and the quiver it's like a reference to his soul, and whether or not, like his body, and whether or not he has a soul, which would be his arrow. Number 7. So this is fun too. So it is Kevin Smith as well, but this is when Hal Jordan, who was at the time dead, was the Spectre. So that's cool. That's cool. All right, and I got this because one of my buyers on Whatnot was saying that they wanted some silk product. Now, I've never read any silk, but when I went to the local store, I specifically was looking for silk, which inspired this whole box, actually. So this is Silk 17. I'm not exactly sure from what run. This is issue 16. But that's the thing. If you comment on here or get on my Whatnot and message me or comment during the show, let me know what books or characters or key issues you want me to look for. Number 13 again. Sometimes I'll buy extras. Just there's also, we run giveaways on Whatnot, so there's the possibility you can win this stuff for free. You don't even pay shipping. Issue 19, 18, 17, and another 16. Yeah, I got some doubles here because I got some purposely to put in the show immediately, and then there's some I might, give it a chance. Maybe it's a character. I don't know much about Silk at all. I just know she's a woman. I think she's Latina, and she's part of the Spider universe or whatever it is. And Silk 12 looks like they're dealing with the negative zone. Silk 10. And looks like Black Cat's in there. Now, I do like Black Cat. Number 3. But they reboot this stuff so much that I don't know what volume it is. Okay, now this was fun. It's just like an old issue 350 Superman. It's not worth much, but I mean, it's from like 1982 or something. Maybe even 80. Eventually I'm probably going to get to this and just kind of read it. It's fun to imagine what Superman was being written like during the Christopher Reeves era. And this was just a shiny, foily Titans 27, which is the Teen Titans, but they're more like in their 20s. Like Nightwing's the leader, stuff like that, usually is. Justice League 145, of America, that is. This was also one of those rare older books I found, as well as like this Justice League 200. And this Justice League 261 with Vixen on the cover. All right, now I found, I'm telling you, man, when I go to the store, Spider-Man stuff is hard to find, but I did find a smattering. Got Amazing Spider-Man 546. Amazing Spider-Man 26, but it is the Legacy issue number 827. I found a few Weapon X's that I'm probably going to keep for myself. Weapon X 94. I'm really interested in like Sabretooth and his involvement with them. This is Weapon X 2 from the pack run. Some of these covers like this one, the way they put Domino in there, I dig it, man. It's issue 1. And issue 3. Like Domino herself as a character doesn't really interest me, but the way she's drawn on these covers does. Alright, Weapon X 27. Got Sabretooth here. Now, I found this really old Adventures comics, which, like, you know, nowadays that's just straight up Superman. This is, I guess, Aquaman was the featured character. It's issue 447. And I found another one. Some were so beat up I didn't feel like taking them, but some were close enough to being all right, like 446. And some of these, man, especially like the Aquaman covers, I just like the orange and the water and everything. This is issue 441. Oh no, this one was fun because like I just saw this thing Bodies One, which is by Vertigo, which is DC's more like Black Label for adults type stuff. And it just caught my eye. It wasn't even bagged and boarded at the time. And I checked on my phone while I'm digging through these boxes. And apparently this is going to become a show on Netflix. So I figured for a spot in this $100 box. And it looked like it sells for $10. I said, I'll go with that. Plus, I mean, who knows? Maybe that show will blow up. This was just a fun looking. That's Adventures Comics again. But this was Supergirl was running the show. 417. It's got some wear, but man, it's just. Look at it. Stop, Supergirl. Don't save us. We want to die. These men are in chains, man. I gotta find out what happens in that one. Now, this is just a reprint or facsimile, maybe, of Justice League America when they all came together for the first time. If you didn't know it, Superman and Batman weren't original Justice League members. It was Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Flash, and Aquaman. All right. I got some Blue Beetles. Now, I know these aren't gonna be appealing to most people because he's not that popular, right? But I haven't seen the movie. I want to see the movie. I hope it's doing well. Let me know if you saw it. This is kind of just maybe I can bring in some people. I've got a coworker, and I'm gonna give some to her because her kids are Latinos, and I want to hear what they think of this character because he's Latino. Blue Beetle 2 from the Rebirth era, number 3, number 16. Number 15, number 14, number 13, number 12, 16, or 6, I should say. And this is some Black Hawk. It's like a small graphic novel. And we're back to some more Blue Beetle, number 4. Alright, then we've got X-Men Blue, number 34. Which is probably something I'm going to have to read because I'm curious about it because it involves some cool characters I'll talk about more when they show up on the covers. This is number 33. This is number 32. And this is number 31. I got this Batgirl Birds of Prey Rebirth number 8 just because the cover to me looks really cool. And I want a little taste of Batgirl in the show. I was able to find some Batmans. This is number 8 from Rebirth. Eventually I had to start taking some comics out because I was running out of space. And unfortunately the Batmans were some of the ones I chose for whatever reason. Batman 28, the War of Jokes and Riddles. Which, based on how the Batman ended, I'm wondering if they're going to be gearing up for that. The one with the guy from Twilight, that is. X-Men Blue, number 13. X-Men Blue, number 14. And Mojo's involved with this. And I'm always curious about the Mojo stories. Especially if it involves X-Babies. I don't think this does, but maybe. There's issue 15. With Longshot in there, because it's a Mojo story, so usually he gets involved. X-Men Blue 16. X-Men Blue 18. X-Men Blue 19. X-Men Blue 20. With a white cover. Batman 46. Now we're back into some Aquamans. This is issue 6 from the new 52 era. Oh, this is actually not something. This is White Widow, which number 6, which I actually won off Whatnot as a giveaway from one of the guys creating the actual title. He was willing to sign for free. But yeah, this is a great example of why Whatnot is something you should look into. Let's set that out there. This is something else I purchased on Whatnot. which got me into a giveaway, and I won this because it was a buyer appreciation giveaway. It's a Virgin cover. I think it's part of the Rogue and Gambit series, but I'm not sure. But yeah, those were not part of this box. I just put them there so they'd be safe. Let's see here. Aquaman 2. I wish I had known those were in there. I could have led with this. Aquaman with that 3. Aquaman 4. And a different version of cover 4. I think I like this one more. Issue 6, or no, 5. Issue 6. He's getting in there with Superman. Number 7. Another version of cover 7. And this X-Men 61 from the 90s, featuring Storm and Juggernaut. Got Aquaman 13, 14, 15, 19, which this particular book is in one of my current mystery shows that I'm going to be running tonight on Whatnot. Number 20. My mystery shows, I'm running 2 comic books in each lot with a chance to win prizes, whether it's a Funko Pop, graphic novel, vintage comic, or you can have Virgin variants as well. 21 or a slab. 22, 23, 25. If you do get on there and I'm the reason you found out about Whatnot, please let me know. 27. You never know, but it could inspire a giveaway. 28. Another version of 28. 29. 30. 31. 34. And then I found a batch of these X-Men 1s from the Jim Lee era from 1991. It's the Storm Beast cover. Issue 2. Another issue 2. Issue 3. Another Storm Beast cover. And another. And a Cyclops Wolverine Iceman cover. Now there's some writing on the bag, but that's just the bag. But yeah, there were other things in there. Well, let me know how you think I did. Check out Whatnot. Let me know you stopped by if you do. Thanks for watching.